Hi, I'm Darr, the president and CEO of the Cruise Lines International Association, and I have the honor and pleasure today to be here with Paula Cabaço, who's the CEO of Ports of Madeira, and we're here in Funchal Harbor in Madeira on a spectacularly beautiful day. My first time here, I'm really blown away by the natural beauty. You could see this every day. This is your office, right?
First of all, we are so happy to have you here in our port. And yes, it's very good work in Madeira ports. We have a beautiful view, but most of all, we know that when the touristic experience of our passengers starts on board when they arrive to the bay and can see this beautiful view, and they are almost inside the city center of the city, in the city center. So the port is very close from the city, 10 minutes walking distance. It's a port dedicated exclusively to passengers. We have no movements of cargo here.
So the cargo happens at the other port, close to the airport.
We have a port in Canissal just for cargo. So the first impression when they arrive, it only can be good with this view, with the proximity to the city center, and of course with the weather conditions that we have during the winter. So it's always spring in Madeira. Yeah. As you can see, it's always spring.
Well, I always enjoy visiting places that have a great sense of nautical history and a great history behind them. And there was a time, like particularly during the Napoleonic Wars era, where this harbor would have been full of naval ships that were stopping to provision, right?
Yes, Madeira, since the 15th century, the port of Funchal was a very important place because we are between an intersections of routes. We were between the mainland of Europe, the coast, the African coast, the Americas. So it was our location. It was very important for the movements in the Atlantic Ocean. So yes, they usually stopped here to get some supplies like water, food, and of course Madeira wine.
Of course, Madeira wine, right? And sailors love Madeira wine. Yes. So we just met with your chief pilot here in Funchal, right? And he was talking about a migration that happens today, right? When the ships go eastbound or westbound seasonally, Madeira really benefits from that, don't you?
Yes, we are in the Atlantic corridor, so our hike season is during the winter, between September, October, and May. During the winter, we have very good conditions, weather conditions. That's very, very attractive for the persons that can visit us. And most of all, our touristic offer is very rich in diversity. So they can find different landscapes, different activities, very good offer of services. So I think that all combined offer a good experience.
So I'd like to talk to you a little bit about that. I mean, we're here, the one berth is here, one's over there. We're right in the middle of the town center and see our hotel right there on the hill. How do you manage the flow of guests and the activity that comes with cruise ships coming and going, the passengers coming and going, with the day-to-day working of the community, so that they work together in a mutually complementary way?
Mm-hmm. Of course, that the interface between the port and the city and the community is very important for us. And in Madeira, usually the Madeiran persons, they love cruise activity because we have a long history and tradition in the cruise to receive cruise ships. So it was in some years ago, it was the first contact with the world outside the island. So usually the Madeiran people, they love the cruise activity. It's very common here, just to give you an idea, and I get always very emotional when I think of this. When we have a new call, a new ship in Madeira, it's very common to see the people in the old pier over there.
Yeah.
we say cais da cidade, saying goodbye to the ships.
Oh,
so
really?
the relation with the community, it's very good. But of course that we must take care of that. So nowadays, besides we are a small port, we have a lot of movement. Thanks God, as I said to you.
750,000?
We can have 12,000 people
In a single day.
in one single day. So everything must be prepared in advance. Our team, all the team of the operation, as well as the Shorex team, prepare very careful all the activity to have the guarantee that the connection, the interface with the city, and all the experiences as best as possible.
So I would imagine you get quite a few overnight calls here as well, right?
Also with the overnight. So as you could see outside, it's an aeroport. But we receive per year more than 20,000 of buses and taxi drivers and different cars to transport the guests. So all the activity must be very well planified. We have a slot for each company to give the places for the buses. So we have timetable. All the entrance and the exit of the port are controlled in terms of the time. So everything must be very well planified.
When it comes to environmental sustainability, what sort of initiatives have you undertaken here? What sort of vision do you have for the future?
We want more than ever green ports, of course, we know. The companies, they are developing an amazing world with the main goal of the decarbonization, and in order to assure the sustainability of the activity. I recognize that the companies, they are in advance comparing with the ports, compare the numbers of ships that are prepared to do the short power connection and the number of ports that are already prepared. So we have to work a lot, but for us, it's we are developing important and safe steps to achieve that goal of the sustainability. We develop a study, financial by the European Union, to evaluate the possibility, the technical and financial possibility to implement shore power connection. So we finished the study, it is possible. So now we are going to apply to a European fund in order to develop the project and to implement the shore power connection here, the OPS here in the port.
I'm sure that'll be welcome news to the cruise lines because they are big proponents of shore power and they're investing in their own ships, but they need
so we develop this project, the studies in partnership with the electrical company of Madeira. So they will provide the production of green electricity. So and we will implement here the connections, the shore power connection to supply the ships. So now it's a big investment for us. So it's only possible with the support of European Union or other funds that we are looking, but it's for us a priority to do that till 2030.
Well, I not only appreciate the history here, but I appreciate that you're looking towards the future of maritime as well. You pointed to me over here. You have a series of maritime academies that train people in the skills they need to go to sea.
We want to work with CLIA in the project All on Board.
Yes, we're very proud of that project.
Yes, it's an amazing project, and we want to work with CLIA together because it's important to get new people from our sector. It's important to see that there is a diversity of jobs so different in the cruise industry and in the ports, since people that work in the ships, the crews, but also electricity, sustainability. even in the IT for the digitalization of the port. So also people, we need a lot of, for example, laws that know very well the laws connected with the sea subject. So we want to bring young people and to show them that there is a lot of jobs that they can manage in the port.
Well, that's really great. Well, Paula, on behalf of CLIA and our members, I really want to thank you sincerely for offering
Yes.
to host us here. I've spent a great deal of time in Europe and continue to, and I've lived in Europe twice, but this is one corner I haven't ever gotten to before. What a delight it is to be here. We really appreciate your hospitality, and
we are so proud to have this
you.
opportunity. It's very important for us to have CLIA Summit, no doubts about that. For us, it's very important, this opportunity, not only to show the island, all the touristic attractions, the quality of the port, but most of all, to be close with the companies, to understand what are your needs, to work together. So that's a very good opportunity for us. And we have to thanks to CLIA.
Good obrigado.
Thank you, Bud, and welcome.